going on, everyone? So as you can see, Bitcoin has just now crossed this major key level. And I just want you guys to kind of see this because, even though we crossed this level, which is actually our trend line here, we had a positive trend line going all the way back here since those levels inside of early April, like early April 9th. You can see how we had a double bottom back here as well. Even though we had all this going on back here, we're still now crossing this level. So this level is at 95.6K, and we've now broken down below our trend line. So this right here is our trend line. And then we have this white resistance line here. And you can see we were rejected at that resistance line April 25th, as well as the 27th, as well as the 28th, as well as the 29th, and also on the 30th here. So now we finally got above it May 5th or May 1st, but now we're seeing that we've broken this trend line. So that's what we're going over. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But look at this right here. We went below this trend line, and now you can see we also went below our resistance here, but that was now our support. But now, as you can see, since we went below that support area, we're now blowing above it as if it was resistance. So right now, what we really need to do here inside of Bitcoin is work our way back up to this trend line. We need to get back up into the trend line area. Even if we can't necessarily get into that trend line area, we just got to stay above this right here. We have to stay above that 95.5K resistance. And because if we don't stay above that area, because then we're gonna have to use it as support. If we can't stay above it, then we're definitely going down. And if we go down, our next level would be 93K. So you definitely want to watch out for these next levels if we are to break where we are already at now. So definitely be prepared. Watch out for what could be happening because this is a key signal right here. And right now, what happens next is very, very important. Now, as for Bitcoin's prices right now, or as for the volume, we're at 13.7 billion. And you can see, we kind of gave back some of the gains that we had earlier in the week because you got to think about it. We rallied a lot in Bitcoin, right? We rallied a lot, went almost to 99, almost got to 99K, pretty much got up to 90, 97, almost 98. So if we pull back some more here inside of Bitcoin, then that's going to tell us that we are actually bearish if we pull back some more. So right now it's still bullish, but our momentum has definitely slowed down. Now, if you look at it from a longer time frame, you might not be able to notice it more. That's why I kind of zoomed in there. But yeah, we did break that trend line there. We broke it, and we've been respecting that trend line since the 9th of April. So the fact that we broke it, it says a lot about the direction that we're about to go inside of Bitcoin. So it's definitely something that you want to pay attention to. And let's say we do end up dropping, right? Let's say Bitcoin does end up dropping, goes towards 74K again. There's a possibility that we could be creating another trend line. We could be now in the process of creating another trend line. So we got to see if this is going to be like a new thing for Bitcoin if we do create this other trend line. Because if we do, you could end up seeing Bitcoin going down here to like 79 or 80K and then trying to come back up here to see if we can break past the new trend line, if it is a new trend line. So we have to see, because then that would not only be a new trend line, but it'd also be a channel that we'd be trading in. But as of right now, that is not a new trend line. As of right now, not until we hit it at least 3 times. So we're going to have to just wait and see at this point. And you can also see here on the RSI, it does look like Bitcoin's ready to recover from pulling back out of that key level. You can actually see here on the RSI, it does look like Bitcoin's ready to start increasing, crossing up here a little bit on the RSI. But it might do what it did right back here, and it might literally pull back as soon as it has that rise. So we could see us rising up here, right, to the top of this trend line. But what if we hit the trend line and then we get rejected again and then we go down lower? And that's kind of what it looks like because that's exactly what happened right here. We went above this little resistance at 95K very briefly up to 97K and then immediately pulled back. And you can see that all right here on the RSI too. So what if we do the same exact thing and it crosses and then pulls back? And that is the reality that could be happening. And then when you look at the Stocks RSI, The stock chart side definitely looks like it's about to increase in price. So there's no doubt in my mind that we could see another attempt at trying to break 97, 98K. But if we can't get past that 98K area, then we're just inevitably going to see us going back downwards. So that's a level that we really have to pay attention to. But anyways, I'll keep you all updated on this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll be back with another video.